So there was this story a while back ago about this school in Louisiana called Landry that went viral for sending a lot of black kids to elite colleges, founded by Tracy and Michael Mike Landry. Here you see a video of a young boy waiting to see if he's going to get accepted by Harvard. And apparently he does. They all get excited. They're all happy. But little do they know everything that they were doing was a sham and falsified by the school.
I think it's kind of funny because like a lot of our essays that they tried having us write or they end up writing for us are changing. You're supposed to be poor, like you were struggling in school. And for some people that was the case, but at the same time, it kind of plays into the narrative that colleges want of a sob story. Is like, yes, I'm a black person in America. Yes, of course I have sob stories, but that doesn't mean that's gonna determine my academic abilities. They pick a school for you. It was either NYU or Brown or Yale. And if someone wanted to go to that school and they had a higher ACT score, you could not go to that school. So I actually wanted to go to Columbia. That's kind of one of my regrets, and like one of the hardest things about being here is understanding that I am here and I have no choice. I didn't have the choice.
On top of being a false educational prophet, there were rumors and accusations of Michael also being abusive to the kids.
That you were physically abused.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, there was 3 different times. The first 2 were really just like, the first one was he slammed my neck against the table. Like he grabbed me by the neck and slammed me against the table. The second one was he shoved me in front of a door. But the third one was like the worst one, where he came up to me and grabbed me and put me in a chokehold and slammed me on a concrete floor and drugged me by my hoodie. He put his foot on my throat.
Did you tell your parents?
Not at the time, no. I didn't tell.
I see you had to take that breath, that mom breath, Mary. When you learned about this, I know, I'm a new mom. I tell you, I don't know how you're holding it together. What is it like hearing your child, tell you this? What was that like?
When I initially heard it, I was furious. I didn't have any words. I
remember the first time I was put on my knees was because he gave me a test and I failed it.
I was definitely emotionally abused multiple times. As I said, they tried to embarrass me in front of the entire school. I remember one of my first meetings, they yelled at me in front of the entire school, which includes my little sister. I think she's the one who's affected the most by this. I had to tutor my little sister. My little sister's crying because she thought she was dumb.
This man is deranged. And like anybody else, when I heard about the story, I immediately went to the TM Landry College Prep, whatever, Instagram page. And I think I stumbled upon something that I probably should not have saw. And it's more incriminating evidence. Take a look. All right, enough with all that. You clearly see that this is a joyous moment, a joyous occasion, or at least supposed to be. My attention was not even on the girl in the main girl that the video is about. My attention was on what Michael Landry did and how it clarified the type of person that he is. For those of you who did not see, there was a girl that stood in beside Michael, cheering on the other girl. And at some point, his hand started to caress the side of her breast. And her looks go from excitement to kind of confused for a second. So she trying to really see what's going on. And you can even acknowledge that she glances at him and his hand continues to be beside her breast. Now, for what reason, even throughout all the excitement, for what reason would your hand be just placed on someone's breast? And now there's a underboob cuff, like, I see the whole silhouette of this girl's breast only because you're touching it. You're touching it. And then finishes off with this cuff, because you can kind of see her boobs a little squished right there. But not only are you giving this man permission to physically abuse your children, but you're also giving this man permission to sexually assault your children. And I'm surprised that this is still an operational business. I mean, I did the research. It's all still there. And I don't know if the school's officially closed or not, but it should be. I mean, I don't know how I feel about somebody just playing patty cake and punching bag with my kids' faces like that. And then on top of that, it's no telling what you're doing behind closed doors with those children if you're doing that on camera. Now, allegedly, the FBI has a full investigation going on about the school, but not only should the school be investigated, they should be investigated. They should be investigated and put behind bars so they can really think about their actions and how it affects future adults. And this school, if not, should be closed down officially, like permanently. I don't understand how parents are allowing their children to continue to be in the presence of a person like this, allowing their children to continue an education where they are not getting an education. Again, their names are Tracy Landry and Michael Mike Landry. If you are a parent of a child who attended this school, I urge you to talk to your children and ask them to tell you anything that they may have endured at their school. There will be no repercussions. They won't be the ones in trouble. You have to talk to your children. You have to reassure them and let them know that you as the parent is on their side. Because we cannot allow young people to go into adulthood believing that people can do these types of things to them and get away with it. People like this should not be in any business with education or in any business around other people's children. What they did is unacceptable, and they should have to basically own up to their crimes, because what these are crimes. You have him rubbing the breast, you have him beating on somebody else's child, you have his wife accepting it. I don't understand why we're allowing our children to be in the midst of people like this. But again, he's been investigated. So if you have any information, come forward. Bring the information forward and bring justice. My name is Kentrell Braxton. This was my first video. I felt the urge, the need to hop on this story instantly. So I did. Sue me. Have a great day.